welcome to my first character versus. In this versus, I'll be putting General Grievous up against Pong Krell. General Grievous, birth name Kalmin Jashili, was the cyborg supreme commander of the droid army of the Confederacy of Independent Assistance for most of the Clone Wars. Grievous was originally a Kaleesh from the planet Kali, where he lived his early life. During the Kaleesh conflict against the Huk, Kali Jashili quickly learned the art of war, specializing in a slug thrower rifle. Quickly amassing a great number of Huk kills, he became a demigod among his people. He eventually met a female Kaleesh. The two became very close before her death at the hands of the Huk. Heartbroken, Kali Jashili renamed himself Grievous and turned all his anger and grief towards the Huk. Grief forced the Huk off Kali and then swarmed their home world, conquering the Huk. The Huk turned to the Galactic Republic for help, and the Kaleesh were forced back to their own world by the Jedi and left to starve. Desperate to help his people, Grievous took a job as an enforcer for the Intergalactic Banking Clan. However, after learning that the Huk had attacked Kali, he headed home to gain vengeance. IGBC chairman Sen Hill arranged for a bomb to be placed on Grievous's shuttle. The Kaleesh was critically injured but lived, and Sen Hill arranged for the final stage of his plan. Grievous was reconstructed as a cyborg and was presented to Dooku as a potential weapon to be used in the upcoming war that Count Dooku had planned against the Republic. After being made Supreme Commander, Grievous proceeded to wreak havoc on the Republic for the 3-year span of the Clone Wars. The general was trained in the art of lightsaber combat by Count Dooku and eventually became to be recognized as one of the most skilled duelists in the galaxy. Aided by his IG-100 Magma Guards, Grievous killed many Jedi and led the Confederacy to win many battles, quickly gaining a reputation as a savage, ruthless brute as well as a tactical genius. After being defeated in the Battle of Coruscant and having his master, Count Dooku, killed, Grievous fled to the Outer Rim world of Utapau and attempted to regain control of the war. Grievous was killed shortly after the Battle of Utapau by Kenobi. Pong Krell was a male Balisk Jedi Master who served as a Jedi General in the Grand Army of the Republic during the Clone Wars. A powerful Jedi and a recognized war hero, he was relentless in his tactics on the battlefield, seeking success at all costs. As a combatant, he was an especially aggressive lightsaber duelist. The advantage of 4 arms allowed him to wield 2 double-bladed lightsabers at the same time. As a general, Krell found disobedience intolerable and required strict adherence to command from all of his soldiers. During the war, Krell foresaw how the Republic would be destroyed from within, thus paving the way for the rise of the New Order. This vision, coupled with his lust for power, ultimately caused Krell to abandon the Jedi way. Outwardly, he maintained the appearance of his ties to the Jedi and Republic. In secret, Pong Krell had embraced the dark side of the Force. Around 21 BBY, when the shadow planet Umbara succeeded from the Republic, Pong Krell was given command over the 501st Legion. Krell purposely crafted ineffective battle strategies in order to sabotage the Republic's campaign to retake the planet. By covertly assisting the Separatist effort to retain Umbara, Krell hoped to join the Sith ranks as a follower of Count Dooku, thus securing a place for himself in the future Empire. Krell's plans were eventually ruined by the clone troopers under his own command. When his treachery was uncovered, Krell was confronted by Captain Rex and troopers from the 501st Legion and the 212th Attack Battalion. Although he single-handedly slaughtered scores of clones, eventually he was captured and detained. While restrained by binder cuffs, Krell was fatally shot in the back by clone trooper Dogma. First, we will compare them physically. General Grievous was a Kaleesh who had suffered near fatal injuries, in which he was later turned into a cyborg. Grievous was completely cybernetic except for the brain, some vital organs, and parts of the head. Becoming a cyborg, Grievous's agility and speed decreased from a normal Kalish. However, his strength and durability greatly increased to a point where he was able to throw Jedi and other heavy objects around with ease and was able to withstand explosions and blaster bolts. Also, him being a cyborg meant that he could take hits that would otherwise fatally kill a normal being. For example, if Grievous had one of his limbs cut off, it being his arm or leg, he would not die or need immediate medical attention, unlike a human. Grievous was also capable to have 4 arms, in which he used to wield 4 weapons, usually lightsabers. Grievous is also capable to use his feet as double hands, which allows him to use 6 lightsabers at once. His suit could also let him survive in the vacuum of space. Grievous, because of his species, could also see in the dark. One weakness of being kept alive by cybernetics was that you could be taken out or made useless by an EMP or strong electricity, sort of like Darth Vader. Pong Krell was an adult basilisk who was in fantastic physical shape for his species. Pong Krell has great strength, speed, agility, and reflexes. Because of his species, Krell had 4 arms, which allowed him to wield 2 double-bladed lightsabers. Krell, having no cybernetics or his species not having any normal disadvantages, means that he had no physical weaknesses. I am going to have to give this to General Grievous, as his cybernetics have more advantages than disadvantages. General Grievous has also survived in shaking off blows, such as losing limbs, getting stabbed in the chest, being shot, and surviving up-close explosions, which all would have killed Pong Krell. Now we will compare their equipment. General Grievous has a wide collection of lightsabers that he stole from his defeated opponents. He usually likes to use the 4 lightsabers from the 4 most powerful victims that he has killed. General Grievous also likes to carry 4 to 6 lightsabers into battle. Most of Grievous's lightsabers have a green or blue crystal. Grievous also secretly carries a DT-57 heavy blaster pistol. Pong Krell has 2 double-bladed lightsabers, both having blue and green crystals. His lightsabers are said to be light clubs, which are a much larger version of the standard lightsaber, and they give off a low buzzing sound. Both of his lightsaber hilts could be bent into either a lightsaber staff or a thicker regular length hilt. I will be giving this round to General Grievous, as his equipment not only greatly outnumbers Pong Krell's, but it also gives more variety, as he has his blaster. Now I will compare their force and supernatural abilities. General Grievous doesn't have any force or supernatural abilities. Pong Krell was an incredibly strong force user. He has shown to be able to use force repulse, force jump, telepathy, and has been able to use the force to sense the emotions of his opponents and be able to foresee into the future. Him being a Jedi Master means he must also know how to use the basic force abilities such as force push and pull. Also, him turning to the dark side means that he could have also known abilities such as force choke and force push. Clearly, this round goes to Pong Krell. Now I am going to compare their martial arts and dueling abilities. General Grievous was one of the greatest lightsaber duelists in all of the galaxy. Grievous was trained in lightsaber combat by Dooku. He developed a personalized, unorthodox fighting form involving prolonged, lightning-fast power moves designed to overwhelm his enemies. Each of his 6-fingered arms could split into 2, thus giving Grievous the ability to use 4 limbs, each armed with a lightsaber. Able to spin these arms in a whirling storm of deadly shredding light that few could withstand, he could attack with as many as 20 strikes per second, enough to overwhelm most Jedi defenses. He was also able to spin his torso and his wrists in a 360-degree motion at extremely fast speeds continuously. Grievous had repulsor lifts built into his legs, allowing his feet to double his hands. This would allow him to wield 6 lightsabers all at once. His mechanical enchantments gave him an edge in close-quarter combat. enabling him to battle and hold his own against several Jedi at once. Grievous knew all 7 lightsaber forms, being an expert in Form 1, which is the basic form and is great for disarming opponents, Form 2, which is great against a single opponent as it involves many jabs and quick cuts, Form 4, which is a fast combat form that involves many jumps, and Form 6, which was a balance between all of the other forms as it has no weaknesses or strengths. Grievous was also a great marksman, holding on to that skill from his pre-cyborg days. Grievous was extremely deadly without weapons. He knew martial arts and was able to take on his opponents with hand-to-hand combat. Because of his suit, he was able to jump quickly and was able to even dodge force attacks. His suit also gave him great strength and protection, which made his opponent's kicks and punches useless. Pong Krell was a powerful warrior. Him having great strength and full arms gave him the ability to wield 2 double-bladed lightsabers. He wielded his dual double-bladed lightsabers with deadly precision, spinning them like buzzsaws for devastating effect, and was capable of easily defending himself against the outnumbering clone forces. Krell easily massacred scores of clones with a combination of deadly lightsaber techniques and powerful force skills. He was also highly skilled in unarmed combat, which he displayed while fighting clones with his bare hands. Despite his size, Krell proved himself to be an agile fighter as well. Pong Krell, being a master, must know how to use most lightsaber forms. Because we have not seen him fight another Jedi or Sith, we cannot fully tell which forms he has mastered, but from what we know, we can safely say that he's an expert in Form 1, Form 3, which is great against blaster bolts, and Form 4, which uses the Force to move very quickly. The verdict. This is a very interesting battle, and I have had a tough time deciding who would win, but in the end, I feel like Pong Krell would have a higher chance at winning. General Grievous has killed opponents far stronger than Pong Krell, that is true, but he has only done so with the help of his droids or the Jedi Master already being injured prior to the fight. Yes, Grievous was able to take on 6 Jedi at once, many of them Masters, but you have to remember that these Jedi were injured, exhausted, and had no idea what was coming. They were caught in surprise and didn't really know how to adapt to Grievous's fighting style and time. This is how I envision the battle going. Because Pong Krell was in the dark side, I feel like he would be able to use Force Crush on Grievous, just like Mace Windu did, damaging his lungs and other organs, greatly weakening him. Then the battle would probably look like the one in Episode 3 with Grievous versus Obi-Wan, Pong Krell being able to slice off Grievous's hands one by one, removing his extra lightsabers. Then Grievous, knowing he is losing, would try to escape, but Pong Krell has proved to move at very fast speeds, so he would be able to catch up and finish Grievous. Now, because this is a very close battle, I'm not saying that Pong Krell would win every time, but he would probably win most times. Maybe 6 out of 10 times Pong Krell would win. Remember, this is 100% my opinion. If you disagree, please leave a comment telling me why you do so. Also, if you guys want me to do a specific versus, be sure to leave a comment telling me who you want me to pit against. It can either be 2 characters or 2 vehicles from the Star Wars universe. Thank you for watching this video. Be sure to comment, like, and subscribe for more videos like this one. And as always, may the Force be with you.